recognition.
We just have no brain stuff going on. It's a bit early in the morning. Morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Don't they whiz around? You got your volume up? Just checking on sound.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Is it going to go through? Waiting for Fifi's fancy furniture. How funny.
Locking in.
The internet's going. The internet wheel is grinding.
There we go.
Yay! We have liftoff. Simon Meadows.
Fifi's fancy furniture. How funny.
Morning, Simon.
Locking in. The internet.
Morning, Symes.
Thanks for what it looks like.
Thanks for transferring that money yesterday and buying the bottle pourer. That's really good of you. Thank you. Much appreciated. And if you get a chance to pop down and see us today, that would be fab. And
I'm going to be doing my Ukraine collection this morning, so I'll be on the street,
sitting on the street out there,
waving my Ukraine flags.
We get loads of donations because Virginia sits Paddy on her knee, and everybody adores Paddy. So they all come along and make a big fuss of him, and then they put money into the till, which is very, very clever.
I haven't had much good weather for it, really, but I'm hoping to do it all through this month at least.
She's really good at doing it. She sits out there, and she sits out there in the cold, and sits out there in the rain. And
well, that is what they're doing in cold, dark trenches.
Yes.
And I'm saving for night vision for them at the moment, so they can do their non-lethal activities at night, like putting on tourniquets and medical assistance. They need night vision. So anyway, over to Fifi. We're in Fifi's paradise.
I mean, really, Fifi's paradise. Let's be real. It's been a week because it was my birthday on Tuesday, and I was working, which is absolutely fine. And I can honestly say that I was spoilt rotten. It was the most lovely social day. It was just fantastic. I had customers turning up, friends turning up, cards galore, flowers galore, chocolates, champagne. It was just the most wonderful. I was moved to tears, which is just lovely. It was just wonderful. We had a great day. Didn't do a stitch of work. I've been trying to catch up ever since. We were going to open on Wednesday because it's auction week, and we normally try and open on Wednesday because the town's busy, people coming to pick up stuff. But actually, the weather was so bad that we stayed at home and we painted stuff at home, including my front guest bedroom, which we will be putting some information on, some speeded up versions and some slower versions so that you can see what we were actually up to. And I refer to it all the way through as I've painted this and I've painted that, which is actually code for the royal we. I get the ideas, Nick carries them out. I do stand there and say, you sure that masking tape's straight? You sure it's a millimetre out? Blah, blah, blah. But he's used to me now. And actually, we make a good team.
Julie's saying, good morning, team. We're having our coffee. I made it today. Glad you had a fab birthday.
Cheers, Julie.
Cheers.
God, it comes in something, Jules, when you have to make your own coffee to make sure it's on time. Anyway, glad you're there. And morning, Trevor,
we
as well.
Trevor did it.
So, right. So, Announcement. Yes, announcement. We are doing really well on the YouTube channel. To our thrill and delight, people are joining, and we are getting many more followers, which is wonderful. So we thought that to try and incentivize people, we will do sort of little special offers for the YouTubers that follow us. So if you tell all your friends and they listen to our broadcast, they'll find out what the day's offer is. And we've decided to kick it off with quite a generous one and say that if you come in and you quote YT20, in other words, YouTube 20, you'll get 20% off anything in the shop except cards. So that goes for furniture, mirrors, not paint, actually, not paint. I have to say not paint, but anything else that's in the shop. So the gifty things, the lights, furniture, anything at all, you'll get 20% off. So just remember the code YT20, and then every so often we'll announce another one, and you'll only know if you've listened to the broadcast.
So share it far and wide, so
Please,
everybody
please.
can get the code, and they'll be coming through the doors in droves.
Well, having had such a disastrous thing with Facebook, which I still am not able to connect to it unless I go via Instagram, you know, having built up over 4,500 followers and then not to be able to actually reach them, oh, so frustrating. But it's different, I've been told, with YouTube. It's our channel, and they can't
Well, I mean, nothing
naff it up.
Nothing is set in stone on social platforms. That's why we're going to build the website more functional, so that Fifi can upload direct to her website, and then she'll have complete ownership of all of her content, and it will still be sent out to Instagram. But we're focusing in on the website development now, and we have a great assistant for that, haven't we? So
Yes, we have.
hopefully look out for the
Mainly
website.
Ginge.
Well, not really. Web developer who's helping, and I'm very excited about that, because I think, you know, these social platforms, they don't care about the work that's gone in for 4 years. No, probably more like 10 years.
Yeah.
They just don't care.
Anyway, we will overcome it. Quickly on the subject of Facebook as well, for all my darling friends and customers who have been onto my Facebook personal page, which I can't access, this is all part and parcel of the whole problem. The only way I could read my birthday greetings was if I looked at Nick's phone when he was logged into my Facebook page, because nothing shows up on my Facebook page. And I can't get in to comment and thank anybody. Beyond frustrating. So for anybody that may have done anything like that on my personal page, I've read them, I appreciate it wholly, and I'm sorry that I can't sort of put a like or a thank you or whatever, but when we get this whole Facebook thing sorted, I think we're just going to scrap the whole lot and restart again. And I have a new personal page. I'll announce it so that if anybody wants to go on and re-invite me as their friends, that I can then see their comments and they can see mine. And then we can sort out the FFF side of things. That would be marvellous. Right, enough of Facebook. So we have some bits and pieces to show you, if Ginge wants to turn the camera around. Is this coffee particularly nice today, or am I just... Yeah. Yeah, it's a cheap Aldi coffee, and actually it's bloody fantastic. It's really nice. It's some proper coffee, you know, made in a la cafetiere rather than instant jobby, but it's really nice. So I thought we'd kick off with Barbara's table. For those of you who don't know, Barbara works for us here. She's never really on our Facebook lives because we do them on a Friday, and she tends to be away.
Please.
YouTube lives, yes,
Facebook
absolutely.
is no longer a thing.
So Barbara isn't here to take the credit for this table, but it's a little Pembroke table. I can't put the flaps up until I move all that, but anyway. But the work that she's put into this, look at this continual stencil, which she's put all over the top, the flaps. She's even done the sides of the drawers with the stenciling here.
Lovely.
See that on the side there, Ginge?
That's pretty.
And I think that is absolutely beautiful. And she sealed it with a wax-based varnish, so it's secure to use. Just a really, really beautiful bit of furniture. She's painted it in Salt of the Earth. We've got the little metal caps down here on the feet as well to protect the feet. Just so pretty. If I had the room, I would keep that one myself. I think it's beautiful. So I haven't actually put it on yet, because it only arrived in the shop yesterday, and that will be going on at $295. So if somebody wants an absolute one-off, beautifully executed, lovely colours, then come and see me about that one. Some other bits and pieces. We've had these in, which was very fortuitous, because Nick, bless his heart, bought me this huge bouquet of flowers, so big I wouldn't have had anywhere to put them. And we'd purchased these when we were out on our buying trip, which come from Eastern Europe. They're all very, very unique because they're hand blown. So they're all slightly different shapes, slightly different colours. They have a number 10 in the bottom of them. I don't know what that stands for, but these are
10 meters, maybe?
maybe, yeah, it could be, because actually when I was filling them up, it just
more.
kept on taking. It could actually be 10
Probably
litres,
more
Ginge.
than 10 meters in them.
Good thought, like thinking. But they've got lovely little air bubbles in them, and they're really beautiful. And I put them on yesterday, and I can't remember how much I put them on for. However, they are on our Instagram page and our Facebook page. So if you want to look them up, they are pickling jars, yeah. So they're gorgeous. And of course, if you have beautiful big bouquets of flowers from time to time, it's really nice to have something you can put them in, because otherwise vases are just too small. So that was lovely. And we've got 2 of those. We also had, if I can reach across, this might be the wrong thing to do here and now. We had this beautiful antique cologne jar. Now this I just love. It's got the old labelling on it. It's got the wire around the top here. It's chunky. It's beautiful. It's old glass, so it's got all the imperfections that just make it so beautiful. And that one is on for £47.95, and I just happened to stick 2 of my dried allium heads in there just for good measure. As the alliums die off and I get more, I shall bring more up. Somebody came in yesterday and they were talking about these little chickens and saying, well, what are they for? And I said, well, to be honest, I don't really know. They're just so beautiful, I couldn't resist. And she said, well, if they were mine, I'd put the little white fairy lights in them. And I thought, what a great idea. They'd look fantastic, wouldn't they? So this dear little one with his little trap door for putting whatever you want to put in there is £32.95. Beautifully, beautifully made. I just love that. And then this one, which I don't really know why we had this sort of square bit at the top here. But again, if you wanted to feed the little fairy lights down through that, I think that would look gorgeous. And that's £26.95. And actually, when they're on mass like that, they look even better. So buy yourself more than one. Then I was very touched with one of my darling friends and customer who came in, and for my birthday, she'd had one of the poems done and framed from Randolph, the Unlikely Poet. And it was the first one he wrote about the shop and when he first came in here and his experience. And it was just so lovely. And she thoughtfully even had it printed on a piece of card to match the Fifi's Fancy, which was the wall paint that was named after us from Frenchic. So, I mean, how thoughtful is that? So that will have pride of place here. And actually, Randolph himself sent me one, which I haven't put on the wall yet, which was another poem that he wrote about the shop experience. And it arrived in the post all beautifully wrapped and beautifully framed, and very touched, very touched. So thank you, Randolph, and thank you, Joe. This little table, we've had the gorgeous Sophie, our little work experience girl. She did a week with us. She went away, she came back and she said, I've so enjoyed it. Could I possibly come back and spend a couple of days here and there where I have time? So she came in and she's painted this little table for us using one of the new limited edition colours called Matcha in the alfresco range. And then because she hadn't ever tried using brownie wax before, I said, well, let's give it a go. And so it's had a little bit of age. And that one has gone on at £38.95. And these are just so useful, these little tables, by your chair for your cocoa at night or when grandma comes, and for the sherry, which is just great. So that one's really lovely in a beautiful colour. Are you two muttering? What are you muttering about?
I'm sharing the live to Nick's Facebook so that it's shared.
Oh, all this techno stuff.
We've all got to share and share and share.
Let's all share. I put my coffee down and I don't know where. And it's such good coffee. I do need to know that's
because there's an offer on for YouTube viewers only, which is a code YT20 for YouTube viewers who walk into the shop and quote it. Cards and paint don't apply, but everything else 20% off to YouTube viewers only. So share.
So come in and bombard me saying YT20. Yes. These little bottles have been a huge success. These little posy things, and we've only got 2 left. I've got the original one, which comes with a little bit of rope round it and these little wooden leaves, and that's on for £28.95. And then this one, because it doesn't have the rope or the little leaf round it, that'll be £26.95. And I'm thinking even at Christmas time with little bits of holly in it and sprigs of gold and silver and even little fairy lights around it. I think that would be really nice. So that's enough about Christmas for one day. What were the other things, Nick? Was there some stuff down there, or was it? Should we do a quick gallop round there? We'll do a gallop round the big room. What's that? Yes, we've got the little cherub thing here. Have got a lovely lady. What's her name, Nick? Liz. Who is collecting cherubs and putting them on her cherub wall. And if she's watching, she might be interested in this one, $38.95, a little gold plaster cherub. And these are great, just on the wall, just as they are. Or you can put a nice candle on the top, one of those big chunky ones, and that's really rather nice.
That's what Fifi looks like.
Yeah, right. Not
Such a cherub.
Right, let's nip down. Oh, we had this in as well. Now, if we weren't in such a hurry, we'd get Nick to fathom out how you turn this into almost like a little go-kart. We've put it onto Instagram, and you can see Teddy having a little wheel around in it in the back car park. But this one came in pre-painted. It's had many years of loving and use, and I just love the colour, and I just love the whole idea of it. And the whole thing folds over, and these become the wheels, and you can move it along, and it's dead cute. So that's on our Instagram page and the Facebook page. And how much is that, Nick? Oh, $74.95. It's a beautiful vintage chair. All right?
Yep.
Yep. Let's have a quick gallop round here. Not sure that an awful lot has changed in here, so we'll just gallop round for the people who haven't seen down here for a while. Come on, Pads. Good boy. You are such a good boy, aren't you? You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. So I'm looking for inspiration. If anybody's got some inspiration, we have another one of these lovely half moon, demi-lune, sort of cupboard stroke sideboards, and I've painted this one in the new colour from the alfresco range, which is called Steaming Green. Sort of like oh, my brain this morning. What sort of green is this? It's like sage green. Thank you, sage green. But we've got 1 panel, 2 panels, 3 panels, and we've got to try and decide what we're going to do in those panels. We could possibly have some stripes, we could have some diamonds, we could do all sorts of things. So if anyone's got any suggestions or ideas, send them through.
Make a nice splatter cabinet.
Actually, it would, but I think I've sort of done my splattering for a while. I'm all splattered out. Yeah, gorgeous mirror here. We couldn't remember the price last week. It's on for $155. It's a heavy metal framed sort of paint effect here of sort of bronzy, goldy, blacky sort of colours, and it has got the beveled edge. I think that mirror is super stylish. I absolutely love it. We've got this lovely bird, an old-fashioned sort of pigeon, $62.95, carved from wood on a stand, and I think the colours on him is just gorgeous. So we'll race round, race. These have been in. I think we told about these last week. This pair is $194.95 for the pair. These dear little pot-bellied ones, I think these are dead cute. $190 for the pair. Perfect height for bedside cabinets, and just super stylish. Really love them. Right, let's just zoom, and maybe we'll concentrate more on what's outside. I'm just going to show everybody this bin because I know everybody thinks I'm completely barking, and they're probably right, but $44.95. This I couldn't resist. I mean, it's rusty, it's battered, but look at the colouring on it and look at the coat of arms. I mean, that's just right up my Strasser. So if anybody wants a sort of a really lovely, shabby but grand waste paper bin that would just look beautiful, a posh bin, that's the one. Oh yes, Nick came up with a great idea the other day. Remember I bought this thing that we thought looked like lead. It's not lead, but it is actually very heavy metal. It's got a face on it, and it's obviously been damaged at some stage. But he just said to me, well, we've got an empty frame down there. Why don't we just put it in the empty frame? And I have to say, I think it looks bloody wonderful. $24.95 for the thing, whatever the thing is, but I love it. And the lovely rustic frame, which we've done absolutely nothing to. I don't think I haven't even cleaned it, actually. That's very remiss of me.
Dirt comes as well.
You get the dirt for nothing. That's on for $45.95. It's a nice chunky little frame. And I just like to have frames without pictures in necessarily, but things. And they can look great. Got this little frame here, mirror with a frame around it, beveled edge, and that's £36.95. That's a cute little mirror. Still got the gold chair, which I'm very surprised about. I think this is super stylish, bit of fun, and it's extremely comfortable. And that's on for £235. So just think, £235, you could get 20% off that. Don't ask me to do that sum in my head because I can't. But it makes quite a significant difference. Well, 10% would be 23, wouldn't it? So there we go. This times that by 2.
So impressed. So impressed.
That makes quite a difference to the price. And then this, which we put up on the wall, we did show you this last week. Very into buying sort of original art, particularly with people who are sort of up and coming. Check him out on the internet. Harry Charles Tim. His paintings are doing extremely well. He was an ex-soldier turned artist, born in Bradford-on-Avon, same age as me, in other words, ancient. And he's, I really like his artwork. It's a bit different. Right, let's go and have a quick look outside. Because it's not raining. Hurrah! So, we've got the table out today with the 4 chairs. This is a really, really good French style garden set, and it's got the hole down through the middle for putting your umbrella up if you want to, and the whole set is £285. And don't forget, if you're coming with a code, there's 20% off that. I've got these chairs, which are lovely Sophie painted up. These are the little plastic, you know, the ones, school chairs that we all used to sit on in primary school. We bought 2. I gave them to Sophie and said, paint them with the alfresco paint so they can be outside. How cute are they? I think they're lovely. So those are £34.95 each, or both for £60. And then we've got these chairs here. There's 2 here. I've just stacked them today. These are on for £84.95. These are metal. These would paint up absolutely beautifully. I would just knock them on the hammer just to get any flaking rust off the top. Give them a wire brush. Turn them upside down. Paint everything you see. Turn them up the right way. And this is alfresco paint. Look at these lovely colours. So you could paint these 2 this sort of colour, or you could do them in black, and you could breathe some new life into them and have 2 very stylish chairs for your courtyard or your garden. We've got this nice wire fruit bowl that's come in. I love this, £25.95. Stuck a bit of fruit in it just to give you the idea, but that's a really nice little fruit bowl. This little urn here is £44. This one, this wire basket, is on for £32.95. Very stylish, love it. Oh, I'm gabbling. We finished the churn. I did manage to eventually get the gold writing on both sides, so that's now finished. The churn is on for £69.95. Still got the little French style bistro set here. This is 110. Got this lovely candelabra, which I just love, £64.95. Still got the trough, and amazingly, nobody's come along and said they want it. So I've bought some little sage plants, some lavender and some pinks, just to give them an idea of what it could look like. The plants don't come with it. I'll take those home and use them at home. And we've got the 6-pot holder, which is on for £58.95. And I just stuck the spare plant in there to give you an idea. These look great planted up with herbs. So if you wanted one of these outside your back door and plant them up with herbs, that would be great. Little metal watering can here. That's on for £6.95. Metal star, other bits and bobs. You can't come too much further, can you, Ginger, without losing signal? But we've got some other French tables down here. Lots of bits. So, isn't he gorgeous? So that's it. Still got the painted cabinet in the front. We need to turn the label over, Nick, because it's flipped. Don't know if we'll be able to reach
Nick,
it.
turn the label over.
That means that Nick will remember. I will forget, but Nick remembers. He's great. So that's it.
Flowers look lovely on the high street, don't they?
Yeah. And they've taken such a battering with the rain and the wind and everything. Oh, and the other thing to say is our scaffolding's down. Let's just cross over a minute and just show you how beautiful the building looks.
I can't go over there. Sorry.
Oh, can't you? Oh,
No.
well, it's just lovely. I keep coming out and looking at it because it looks so fresh and so clean, and it's such a joy not to have the scaffolding up anymore. Isn't it, Nick? And it's quiet. No noisy scaffolders swearing their heads off, whistling at everybody. Mind you, they were very nice, really, but they were loud, very loud. So we're just finished with a shot of the finished hair that our lovely work experience girl Sophie finished and did. She did this all herself out of her very own imagination. We've now put in the pink marble eye, which she's even painted underneath, and that's the colour on the back. Now this is one of the colours that's been introduced in the alfresco range called Little Duckle. It's such a pretty colour. It's a sort of like a bird's egg sort of colour, and she's done all this using the Frenchic paints. Some of them are wall paints, some alfrescos, some original, some from the Lazy range, and I think that's absolutely beautiful. And she's halfway through doing another one now, which is in a sort of a peachy colour. So we will put that one on in due course. Paddy, it's nearly treat time because you've been such a good boy, haven't you? You're so good, and we love you all up, don't we? You're a good boy.
So once again, what is the code?
YouTube YT20.
YT20, and please like, comment, share, and put the bell on for notifications so that you know when Fifi's going live. Let's get this
move this thing.
Let's
groove it. And thank you so much for the people who do watch. We really, 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 really appreciate it. And it wouldn't be the same without you. In fact, it'd be pretty dull just talking to ourselves. So,
so same time next week if we're spared.
Yep. You all right there, Nick?
I'm all right.
Good.
Yes.
Ready for a full day's work?
Always.
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 Good. All right. See you again. Bye for now.
Take care. Bye.